Welcome to Offices Adda 24 in the special YouTube of your LRB subject. In the today's session, first of all, you can see that our new English medium batch of JAIIB is already started from 16th of April. The first class of AFB is already done, and the LRB and PPB subject will start from 18th of April. So those candidates who want to crack the JAIIB exam in June, so please purchase this batch, because in this batch you can also get the 3 book of your Macmillan 82 ebooks. Ebooks means for of the every chapter the one liner notes will be available in the ebooks, and 84 mock paper will be available in this paid batch, plus recorded videos will be available, so you can easily see the recorded videos when you are not getting the paid class. Okay, and in this paid batch also there is a 30 topic of your AFB, because as you know that the AFB is a little bit difficult because it's contain more numerical questions. So that's why in this batch the numerical question of the AFB subject is also there. So this is all about the English new English medium batch. Okay, and if you use the code Y391 for this batch, you can get 78% sharp discount in this batch. Those candidates who are new in this session, first of all, please like the session and please share the session amongst the Telegram, Facebook, etc. Now, in today's class, we will discuss first of all the important concept. I will discuss you the one important concept which is very important, and then we will discuss the previous year questions of your LRB subject. So those candidates who are new in this session, so please do not forget to like the session and share it in the Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So in the today's important concept, I will just discuss a important topic of your module. As you know that if I compare module A, B, C and D, so module D is very important. The 60% questions generally come from the module. Okay, and your section, this one module A and B is also important, but mostly questions were asked from module C and D, so you have to focus on module C and D. So if you cover this module C and D, then you can easily get 60% score in your LRB subject. And in the February March session also, the mostly questions were asked from Module D, in which the Indian Contract Act, Sales of Good Act, Partnership Act, the questions were generally asked from these acts, and the Company Act also. So if you want to purchase a new English medium batch, only you have to use the code Y391 to get 70. So class, in the today's topic, what we are going to discuss, that is sale and agreement to sale. So for any topic, so first of all, we have to find that from which module this act is asking. Nilesh sir, good afternoon sir. So sale and agreement to sale, first of all, this topics belong to module. In module D, the act name is Sales of, that is Goods Act. Okay, so this topic is taken from Sales of Good Act 1930. So we have first of all discussed that what is Sales of Good Act. Many candidates very scared that, oh, we have to learn so much section in the LRB subject. So please just remove this from your mind that you have to learn the section from this act. In the LRB subject, you do not require to mug up the section. In your competition exam of JIB in the legal subject, you do not have to mug up the section. So if you are new in this session, so legal subject is nothing but you have to understand the concept. If you understand the concept, then you can easily crack any question. As you know that your question generally asks from the half marks, 1 marks and 2 marks. So if you are getting this half marks, so half mark means question can be asked from any single line, which we will discuss in the paid batch. And if you purchase the paid batch, no need to require see the any other book or any other. Just focus on only one material. If you focus on that material and the concept is clear, then you can easily score 60 plus marks in your LRB subject. And class, in February March session, many candidates in LRB scored 70 plus marks. It is not impossible to crack 70 plus marks in LRB subject. The AFB, if I compare the AFB subject and this one PPB subject, so your LRB subject is must scoring subject. If you get less marks in PPB and AFB, so you can easily crack your JAIIB exam by scoring high marks in your LRB subject. So those candidates who are new in this session, so I'm your legal teacher, and law is really nothing but a common sense and logic. Suppose in today's session I will discuss you the important content, that is sale and agreement to sale. So first of all, I will just clear your concept that what is sale and agreement to sale, then we will discuss the previous year question. So if I talk about this sale, so what is sale? This is the one word sale, and the another word is agreement to sale. So sale basically means anything. Suppose first of all, this sales of good acts, that is basically talks about the movable goods. Okay, sales of good act basically talk about the movable goods, not immovable good. If I talk about the immovable goods, though, the TP Act discuss the TP Act, that is Transfer of Property Act. In this act, we have to discuss about the immovable property. But in Sale of Goods Act, we have to discuss only the movable property. And what is movable property? Movable property means the property which can be transferred from one person to another person, that is called movable property. Task. This particular topic is contained in SOGA Act. SOGA Act, it means Sales of Good Act 19. If I talk about the one act, that is Indian Contract Act, so class, the Indian Contract is 18. So on that time, the Sales of Good Act was the part of Contract Act. Okay, it was a part of Contract Act, and your Partnership Act was also the part of Contract Act. But in 1930 class, the SOGA, that is a Sales of Good Act, has been removed from the Contract Act, and a new act is, that is Sales of Good Act. And same thing happened to the Partnership Act also. The Partnership Act is 19. So any question asked of the half marks that whether the this one SOGA and Partnership Act was a part of contract. Yes, it was the part of Contract Act, but the question is why it has been removed in 1930 and 1930, because the basic, the generally the cases come from the comes that is related to the this one goods. The cases come that is related to the partnership. So the court think that why should we not remove the particular portion and make the different act, so that whatever the cases come that is related to the movable goods, the judge only have to see the sales of good act. In the partnership, the judge only have to see the partnership act. So that's why this SOGA and partnership has been removed from the this one your 1872 of the Contract Act. Okay, and in the Contract Act class, the total chapter are 11. SOGA was contained in 7th chapter of the Contract Act, and the partnership was contained in 11th chapter of the. So is that clear, Nilesh sir? So those candidates who are new in this session, first of all, do not forget to like the session, and a new English medium batch in which the teacher will be very easy language and totally in English medium. So if you are new, listen that if you want to purchase, you only have to, use the code Y391 for the 78% discount in this batch. So now we are going to understand that what is sale. Sale means simply, suppose this is a car, okay? Now this X person want to sell this car to the Y person. So in that case, in the Sales of Good Act, this X person will be called as the seller and the Y person will be called as the buyer. So seller means the ownership, okay? In the Sales of Good Act, the ownership will be transferred from seller to the buyer, because buyer and the buyer in that of car, he have to give the price to the. So that thing happen in the sale, that is simple. And these two are the different, they both have a different meaning, but the crux is that in the sale and in agreement to sale, the property is from one person to another. So in sale, the seller is giving the movable goods to the buyer in case, and the buyer have to give the price, that's it, and the seller have to give the ownership of the car to the buyer. Now what do you mean by the term ownership, and what do you mean by the term that is possession? So ownership means I have an absolute right. Suppose I have a car, I have purchased the car, it means I have an absolute right on the car. And in the sales of good act, I am giving my ownership of the car to the another person. But if I talk about the possession, so possession means I do not have an absolute right. Okay, possession means I do not have an absolute right. I am only just giving a this one, I'm just giving suppose my car for 10 days. It means I am giving my possession of the car for 10 days to the another person. That is called possession. So in the sales of good act class, the one person is giving the ownership to the another. That is a simple saying about the sales of good act. Okay, and if I talk about this agreement to sale class, so agreement to sale simply means, if I talk agreement to sale, so it means that is a future sale. What is this? Agreement to sale, future sale means that I have to do something at the future. It means something is remain to be done in the agreement. But in sale, you can say there is an immediate possession of the goods. Immediate, I am transferring the goods. But in agreement to sale, I will give the goods to another person at some day. That is a basic difference between sale and agreement. Now see the basic difference between these terms and then we will solve the question. So class, if we talk about the meaning of sale and agreement to sale, so you can see that the sale means the property that is immediately transferred from seller to the buyer, that is called sale. So what is the key word of this meaning? That immediately transferred. The case of sale. If I talk about the agreement to sale class, so agreement means simply the goods is take place, that is the transfer of good is take place at the future. Future is the key word in the agreement. Is that clear? So in the sale and in agreement to sale, talk about the meaning. So sale, you have to remember the immediate transfer, and agreement to sale, that is a future transfer of the goods. And what kind of goods? That is a movable goods. Okay, now next one. See the example. Suppose X sold the 10 bag of wheat Y against the payment of 3,000, that is called sale. X person is transferring 10 bags of wheat and 3,000 rupees price. And if I talk about the example of agreement to sale, so X agrees to sell the 10 bag of wheat for 3,000 after getting the stock. Means that agreement have to be happen at the future because X agrees sell this after getting the stock. So when he get the stock, then he will sell to the Y person. So that is the class basic difference. So I think this example is clear to all of you that what exactly sale and agreement to sell. And class, if you have any doubt, you can please ask in a comment box. You are free to ask any question in the YouTube session also, because YouTube session is just a trailer of your this LRB subject. And the same thing, your YouTube, in the YouTube session, at 7 a.m. your AFB class will be always held. At 7:30 your PPB class, and at 9 p.m. always in the English language your YouTube session, the timing of your YouTube. Okay, now let's talk about the third point. In the contract of sale class, the property transfer from sale buyer immediately, and in this agreement to sale class does not transfer the property. From these points, the half marks question can come. Have to remember that what is exactly the sale and agreement. And C class, if you learn the concept now, then example are nothing. Example are nothing. Now see the fourth one. The seller has no right to resale the goods. Why so? The seller is already transferred the property to the buyer, so the buyer have the absolute right on the goods. The seller have no right, so that's why the seller cannot resell the goods to the another person. Property is already transferred. But in the case of agreement to sale, the seller has a right of resale. Suppose the buyer is not giving a full price of the goods, in that case the seller have a right to resell the goods. That's it. Okay. And if we talk about the fifth point, if the goods are destroyed, the loss is borne by the buyer even though the goods are in the possession of seller. Why so? Because in this one sale, the property is already transferred to the buyer. Suppose if the property is still in the possession of seller, but now the buyer is the owner, no? So if the buyer is the owner, so it means whatever goods will be happen, whatever the goods will be destroyed, everything, the loss will be paid by the buyer. The only reason is that the goods, now the owner of the goods is the buyer. That's it. And if we talk about the, in case of agreement to sale, the loss fall on the seller even though the goods are in the possession of the buyer, because in that case, sales of good, this one, the agreement to sale, the, suppose the buyer had not given the full price, so that's why whatever loss that will bear by the seller. So whatever points I have discussed here, the crux of this point is simply, the first point is sale, the property is immediate transfer, and in agreement to sale, there is a future transfer of. That's it. So class, any doubt in the concept of sale and agreement to sale? Now we will discuss the question. Any doubt? Nilesh sir and the students who are here, please say yes or no if you have any doubt. Okay, now let's start. First of all, C class, there is a huge discount which is going on, the JIB CAIIB ka Mahapack. This JIB CAIIB ka Mahapack, that basically its validity is of 1 year. JIB ka Mahapack validity 6 months and CAIIB ka Mahapack validity means whatever the upcoming new batches, mock paper, the revision batches, whatever the new batch that we will launch, everything will in Mahapack. Okay, Harsh sir, Venkat sir, whatever. So this Mahapack includes everything about the JIB and CIB. No need to purchase any extra thing. Okay, so and the price is very nominal. Use the code Y391, then you can get the discount of at least 7%. And less than 5,999, you get the price of this JIB saving on you. If you are new candidate in this session, do not forget to first of all see that what's included in this Mahapack, because from 2023 Venkat sir, everything is going to be syllabus. So that's why in this year only you have to crack the JIB and CAIIB. Now let's do the number one. So class, the number one question is, how many persons are involved in the contract of indemnity? The February March question of 2020 of LRB. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tell me. Those candidates who are new in this session, do not forget to like the session. And now we are discussing the previous year questions of your LRB. You see that what type of questions come in your this campaign. Yeah, the first question. How many persons are involved in the contract of indemnity? The contract of indemnity, the module is there. Act, Indian Contract Act, and the indemnity, that is section 124. What is indemnity? Whatever loss that is happened to the one person, that loss will be paid by the another person. Example, your car insurance company. So Suri Suji ma'am, Venkat sir, Harsh sir, absolutely right sir. In the context of indemnity, the parties are two. The first party is indemnifier, that is promisor, and the second party is indemnity holder. Okay, that is promising. Excellent. Okay, now second one, the term currency class that is defined under FEMA, that does not include LC, traveler check, promissory notes, bond and debenture. Excellent, Anand sir. So class, please first of all like the session and please share it in the WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, Insta, etc. So this question belongs to the FEMA, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act, in which the Reserve Bank of India and your ED, the authority. Hello, good afternoon, Saurav sir. Most welcome, sir. So class, my second question is, you have to, in the FEMA, the currency definition is important, authorized person definition is important, then capital, this one, capital and current transaction are important. These are the important terms of your FEMA Act. Hello, Harsh sir. The term currency defined in the FEMA does not in second one, does not. Currency defined under FEMA, that does not include And those candidates who are new in this session, the new English medium batch is going to be start from 16th of April, already started. The AFB classes is already started, and your PPB and LRB class will be start from, that is 18th of April, that is tomorrow. Okay, Harsh sir, A, Suri ma'am, C, Venkat sir, promissory note. The term currency defined in FEMA does not include. Please see the question. Okay, okay. The Harsh sir, Venkat sir, ma'am say the term currency defined under FEMA that does not include. The exact answer is second one. Anyone? The term currency that is defined under the FEMA, it does not in, it does not include class, that is bond and debenture is given the right answer. The bond and debenture. The term currency that is defined in FEMA does not include. So letter of credit, traveler check, promissory note, that's include in the FEMA. No, Nilesh sir, not this one A. It's a bonds and debenture. Because bonds and debenture that's generally happen in this one within the country. But these three things we will do from the another country also. So that's why D is the right answer. Okay, next. What is the minimum? Yeah. What is the minimum paid up share capital requirement for the private company dash and for the public company? Minimum paid up capital. The first one is 1 lakh, 2 lakh. Second is 1 lakh, 5 lakh. C is 2 lakh, 5 lakh. And D is no minimum paid up capital required. Yes. And those candidates who are new in this session, this is a special series of your this upcoming batch, that what we are, discuss what we will teach in your paid batch, the concept of all the four module, and the this one important question. The minimum paid up share capital, the minimum paid up capital, not the maximum. The third one, Tanvi ma'am, absolutely right ma'am. The D will be the right answer, that no minimum paid up capital is required for this public and the private company. Excellent Tanvi ma'am. Excellent Rakesh sir. बहुत बढ़िया. Good. Now, in the respect of the third party information, which of the following requirement is correct in context of the right to? First is, Chief Public Information Officer can disclose the information in normal course. Chief Public Information Officer is not allowed to disclose the information. Chief Public Information Officer shall give a notice to the third party about intention of this one, and the third party has no recourse against the decision of Chief Public Information Officer to disclose the information. It's about the right to information. The exact answer of fourth one. Fourth one. Yeah. And those candidates who are new in this session, do not forget to like the session. And your upcoming next session will be of PPP from 2 p.m. So the exact answer of fourth one is, yeah, Saurav sir, Venkat sir. In respect of third party information. Excellent, Bhagiratha, ma'am or sir. The exact answer is the Chief Information Officer shall give a notice to the third party about intention. Excellent. C will be the right answer. Okay? C will be the right answer. Good. Now, next one. In the letter of credit, that basically the international that partially pay the beneficiary before the goods are shipped, and partially pay is the key point that will help you in the answer. So in which type of letter of credit class we partially pay the beneficiary before the goods are shipped? Otherwise, in letter of credit, we have to first of all goods are shipped, then the person importer will give the money to the bank. So what will be the exact which type of LC it will call? Green, red, deferred and revolving letter of credit. Tell me the exact answer of fifth one. The key point is already given. If you know that which kind of LC is there in which partially pay the beneficiary. Partially pay the beneficiary. Exactly, Anand sir. Excellent. The exact answer is that is red clause LC in which we have to partially pay. Excellent. So B is the exact answer. Next. Okay class. What is the pecuniary jurisdiction? Pecuniary means that is related to the money of the district forum under the 1986 of the consumer district forum. So tell me the exact answer of this one. In the district forum, what is the maximum under the Consumer Act 1986, 2019 and 2021? So in this question, it's asked about the 1986. It's a maximum 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 5 lakh or 8 lakh. Tell me the exact answer of 6. And those students who are new in this session, please do not forget to like the session. And this is a very important session. This session is basically for the English medium student because our new English medium batch is going to start from 16th of April, already started. The AFB classes already started from 16th of April, and from 18th of April, the PPB and LRB subject will be started. Up to 20 lakh for the district, 20 lakh to 1 crore for the state, and above 1 crore is for the national. So what will the exact answer 6th one? D is the excellent. Sabash. Next. So class, when a bill is transferred for consideration to any person so as to entitle the person to claim the amount presented by the bill, such transfer is called what? It's a notification, negotiation, endorsement and followed by delivery. What is the exact answer of 6th one? Sorry, 7th one. It's a very simple question, and class, these all questions are the previous year questions of your LRB. You can easily see, Venkat sir, what types of question is asking in the exam. Transfer. The bill is transferred, class. The bill is transferred. So what it called? Transfer? Exactly, Rasha ma'am. It's a negotiation is the right answer. Excellent, Rasha ma'am, Venkat sir. Bahut badhiya. Next. In which following statement is the appropriate for the consumer redressal mechanism? What? The limitation period for filing the complaint for consumer is here. Second option, it is year limitation. The third one, interim order passed by the consumer forum is not complied with. The property of the person not compliant can be attached, but attached to the property cannot sold. And the last is all offences under this are not tried on summary basis. So you have to tell me that what is the exact limitation period of this consumer redressal mechanism. Means under what days we have to file the case. So for the 8th one, the exact answer is limitation period. Rasha ma'am, excellent ma'am. It's the 3-year. Limitation Act is very also important. One question always asked from the Consumer Protection Act. Excellent. Yes, Venkat sir. Excellent sir. Now next one. Who is the chairman of FSD? That is Financial Stability and Development Council. It's the whether finance minister, governor, any deputy governor or none of the above. I think in yesterday's class we have discussed this 9th question. In yesterday's class we have discussed this Ninth question. No, no, Bhagiratha ma'am, it's not 8th one D. 8th one A is the right answer. Simranjeet Kaur ma'am say the chairman of the FSDC is absolutely right, ma'am. It's a finance minister. In the yesterday class we have discussed now. So see, you can see that in the previous year question also this question has been. So you can compare class that the YT sessions are very much important from the examination. So Venkat sir, you have taken the paid batch and you have response excellent in the paid batch. But the YT session you have to see till your exam. Okay. Now the last one, YATI is headed by. The question is asked in the February March session. YATI is headed by. That is secretary, registrar, principal officer, or chairman. What is the exact answer? Last one. And those candidates who are new in session want to purchase a paid batch. So the new paid batch is going to start from, is already started from 16. The DRT is headed by chairperson. If we talk about the DRT, then DRT is headed by the presiding officer. Excellent class. That's really great. So those candidates who are new in this session and who want to purchase a new English batch, so simply, and class, please tell me your score. So you have to click on adda247.com, click on JIIB, click on JIIB, and you can see the new English batches here. This one, fourth one is English batch. This is with Macmillan book and this is without Macmillan. If you want to purchase without Macmillan book, you have to click on this one. And in this paid batch, it contains the mock paper, e-books, etc. You have to put 5391 on apply. You can 77% discount is 77%. Okay, and if you want 1% more discount, so you have to purchase through the mobile. So there will be 1% more. Candidate, if you are new in this session, first of all, please like the session and take the paid batch and just take a pledge that you have to crack the JIIB exam in this. PRT is headed by ma'am. It's a presiding officer. Presiding officer, Bhagiratha ma'am, sir. Okay, PRT, and this question, your exam is held at this one portion at first half 11 and this one. So in the one portion, this is the DRT had was presided this one presided by, and in the second segment, your DRAT was headed by. This question was asked. Okay, very important. Okay, so much.